What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over the 20 best keyword research tools for 2026. So I recently did a video about the best free keyword research tools for 2026, and this is going to include free and paid tools. And basically I did a version of this content a couple years ago where I did the 20 best keyword research tools, tested a bunch of them, free ones, paid ones, and basically came up with a list of some of the best ones out there. So I did the same thing. I'm not saying I use all 20 of these keyword research tools on a daily basis, but these are all ones that I have gone in, used at some point, or at least tested just to see how they work, and then kind of pick the ones that work the best for me. And sometimes you have one like Keywords Everywhere used to be part of my workflow constantly, and now it's just not in my workflow anymore. Part of that was they got rid of the free plan, and it was the free plan was very, very useful, and then the paid plan was something that just not overly worthwhile for me. So these are the 20 different tools. Let's go through all of them. I'm going to start basically by saying here are the tools that I use the most. So number one that I use the most is the Google Keyword Planner. So if we look at the Google Keyword Planner, I'm not going to do this for every single tool, but in the Keyword Planner, you can simply start with keywords or start with a website. I could take a simple keyword like pest control, click on get results, and it's going to give me 828 different keyword ideas, along with average monthly searches, top of page bid ranges, high ranges, low ranges, total competition, the index value of competition, and a bunch of different keywords that are relevant to pest control. So even just simply doing a search for one keyword, pest control, I get all of these different keywords here: mouse exterminator, mice exterminator, bug exterminator, ant exterminator. So if you are somebody who does pest control, then you can actually go through this and say, okay, yeah, we do remove rodents and wasps and ants and fleas and termites, etc. So you're able to kind of figure out what keywords people are actually looking for. So the Keyword Planner is the best, basically to me, the best all-around SEO, pay-per-click, keyword research tool, completely free to use, available in your Google Ads account. So Google Keyword Planner is absolutely number one for me. Number two, and one that I use all the time, Google Autocomplete, Bing Autocomplete, Amazon Autocomplete, YouTube Autocomplete. Very simply just going in and typing in a keyword, and then keyword research tools. Keyword research tool free. I just created that content. I'm creating this content right now. I'm going to be creating content about doing keyword research with Google tools, how to do keyword research for Google. So these are all different types of video content and blog articles that I can create. And it's all because I find keyword research keywords that people are actively searching and create topical videos about them. And a lot of that for me is just using the Google Keyword Planner. So that's number one, and Google Autocomplete, number two. The best paid tools, so I'd say the three paid tools that generally people talk about the most are going to be Semrush and Ahrefs are really the top two. SpyFu is another good paid tool. It's been around forever. They recently just got more advertising data in there, so you actually get more information about estimated monthly SEO clicks, and then also you get pay-per-click research as well. So I just pulled up Surfside PPC. We can see total organic keywords, estimated monthly SEO clicks, but SpyFu gives you a lot of information. These tools, the paid tools, are generally better for if, an agency plugs a client's top 3 competitors into a keyword gap, exports 400 keywords the client doesn't rank for, and builds a 6-month content calendar around the commercial intent keywords. So you can do this with different types of tools like SpyFu. You could do the same thing, and the pricing is much cheaper for SpyFu. So you really just need to understand, okay, what is this worthwhile as far as how much we're paying for it? If you're getting 500 to 1,000 clicks per day from Google between SEO and paid advertising, then paying for a tool where you're paying $100 a month is more worthwhile than a company that might be getting 10 to 20 clicks a day from paid advertising and organic search. So it really depends on your needs and if you're using it as an agency or if you're using it specifically for your business. But to me, the paid tools that I use the most are actually SpyFu and Answer the Public. To me, they give me everything I need and almost everything that Semrush and Ahrefs would give. Ahrefs is really good for backlinks. It's really good, and you can see for search engine results page research. But to me, you don't need 50,000 different keyword tools because you're just not going to have the time to use all of them. So Keyword Planner is really the one I use the most to find keywords for, especially for Google Ads for me. But even on the SEO side, that's the one I use the most. Autocomplete is when I'm looking for something quick. I just did a local SEO mini course basically for Google or for YouTube, and you can see I have local SEO. Local SEO meaning I did what is local SEO. Local SEO services. I actually didn't cover that topic specifically, but I have a local SEO guide. I did tools. Yes, that's pretty much all the different types of content I created. And what you could do is do this in YouTube, and you actually get the content for, it's a different set of keywords in YouTube. It's a different set of keywords if you go into Bing.com. So you can use other search engines to just come up with these long tail keywords. And it's good to just kind of understand, like, okay, what are people actually searching? And what are the things that I've done this with Google Ads, where I've done Google Ads A, and I go, okay, Google Ads account, probably really the only, couple ones at the top here are the ones they can make. Google Ads agency, really more of a keyword you're trying to target. Google Ads B, billing, business, billing phone number, bidding strategies. So you can do this and actually go through and say, oh, okay, so this is actually something I can create content around. Billing is something that people have questions about. I can create content around that. Google Ads blog, so I can create stuff around budgeting, around benchmarks. I could create content around Google Ads blockers for Chrome and other different types of. So using autocomplete is also another great way to just find a ton of different keywords. Semrush, Ahrefs, SpyFu, Answer the Public, and then even KeySearch down here. All of those are paid tools. So KeySearch is definitely a lower cost tool. So you get a solo blogger on a tight budget, validates 100 keyword ideas a day, filtering for difficulty under 30 to find quick win article topics for a new niche website. So really it just depends on what do you need these tools for. For questions, Answer the Public to me is the best. For pay-per-click, SpyFu has been really good for me. Semrush is a good one for pay-per-click, but SpyFu has a lot of pay-per-click data now. Google Autocomplete, Google Keyword Planner are really good for just kind of coming up with more content ideas. Also asked, Answer Socrates kind of fall into the same line of Answer the Public. So those are just additional that help you with the who, what, when, where, why, and questions. So you don't need to use all three of them. Low Fruits is really good for finding the low competition keywords, but essentially finding in search engine results pages areas where, for example, like we just looked at Google Ads bidding strategies. That's an area where Low Fruits might tell me, hey, the current pages that are ranking on the first page have a lower domain authority than your domain. Or, hey, these are areas where the competition is not high enough to the point where, who's ranking on the first page is Google, Amazon, the biggest companies in the world. So ultimately, if it's other blogs ranking for these keywords, then that's a good way to find some of those ideas. Again, these are things that other tools can do where you don't need to pay $30 a month for Low Fruits, but it is one where you can do it and basically come up with a huge list of low-hanging fruit ideas. That's kind of the idea behind the tool, and find a lot of low competition keywords. Surfer SEO is one that I use a lot. Surfer is pretty good for writing content and understanding where you're ranking, and then also looking at the search engine results pages and what is ranking for certain keywords. So if I use the Google Ads bidding strategies as an example, Surfer would tell me, hey, your content score is 50, the top content score is 95, and here is what you need to do and kind of improve your blog article so you're actually ranking higher. So Surfer is definitely better, and you can see content optimization workflows, marketer optimizing and underperforming, best CRM software posts, paste it into Surfer, adds the 18 missing NLP terms to it flags, jumping from position 14 to position 5. So NLP is natural language processing, basically just trying to find similar terms to the ones that are ranking and things that you're not talking about in your blog post yet that Google is going to expect. So Surfer is really good for actually looking at what's ranking and kind of giving you a guideline of, hey, if you do these things, you'll probably rank as well. Next is Google Search Console. So this is after you start getting your ranking and you're trying to see which of my pages are ranking, what am I actually ranking for? Like, what are the search terms I'm ranking for? We were just looking at a comparison of the last 7 days because Google released a core update May 2026. So I was looking at anything drop or change, but not really much to look at just yet. If you look at like your last 28 days of data, you can see total clicks, total impressions. Yes, I'm working on getting these numbers much higher. I switched website platforms and basically lost a ton of my content in the process, which was okay because it was a lot of older content. But you can see here, I'm starting to get more clicks and impressions just over the last few months of doing some more content work on my website, and same thing on the YouTube channel. And part of that goes back to keyword research and basically just saying, now that we have a keyword, we need to create more content around it. Google Search Console helps you understand, hey, you're ranked in the 25th position for this keyword on this page. What can we do to improve that? And then sometimes it's, okay, let's go in and let's improve this article. Let's write a supporting page that goes along with this article. So Clicks.so, truthfully not one that I use a ton, but small agency managing a few clients, uses one seat to run weekly rank tracking and monthly site audits, something that would cost way more on Semrush or Ahrefs. So it's one of those tools that can be useful. if you need it to pull a lot of data at once, but not something I use that often. Ubersuggest is the keyword research tool that kind of goes along with Answer the Public, and it helps with rank tracking. Ubersuggest is actually not a bad alternative to like the SpyFu and the Ahrefs and some of those different tools that are a lot more expensive. Ubersuggest has lifetime plans, and they also do a lot of the same things that those other tools do for a cheaper price. ClearScope, good for topic coverage. So just understanding topics and clusters. This is one where I kind of go, for the pricing, it's just not worth it for what I need it for. But if it's something that useful for you, if you're building a lot of clusters and a lot of content, then that might be useful. ProductRank.ai tracks brand citations. So understanding where your AI search visibility. You can see the example is a direct-to-consumer brand sees that ChatGPT recommends 4 competitors for best protein powder for women, but never mentions them and uses that gap to plan citation building content. Keywords everywhere. This was one I used to use all the time. This is a Chrome extension, so it kind of just works alongside Google when you are in Google, and it runs naturally, but it is a paid tool. Bing Webmaster Tool is basically the same as Google Search Console, except it is for the Bing search engine. Last but not least, last couple, Google Trends is really good for like news, trending topics. If you're writing about specific topics constantly, you can go to Google Trends and figure out what is actually trending around that specific topic. You could also do this for some things like AI and go to Google Trends for AI, and you'll be able to see, okay, here are these searches and here are the things people are looking up right now that are the most trending things related to AI. Last but not least is going to be AI assistants. This could go to number 1. The problem is if you go to AI assistants and you ask for keywords, they're not overly useful. AI assistants are really useful when it comes to taking good data, so going into your Google Keyword Planner or going into Google Search Console or going into SpyFu and saying, here's a bunch of keywords I want to rank for. Then what the AI assistant is really good at doing is helping you kind of group together your keywords, understand certain keywords that might cover the same exact topics. So if you're talking about Google Ads bidding strategies, and then I have another keyword next to it that's like, how does bidding work in Google Ads? It's like, those are ultimately the same keyword. So just understanding like, okay, here are all the topics we need to create content around. But these are the 20 best keyword research tools for 2026. If I missed anything, something that you like, please leave in the comment section. But to me, the ones that I use the most where I would get started is the Google Keyword Planner available in your Google Ads account. Any type of autocomplete from search engines, if you're targeting specific keywords and you're looking for long tail keywords, it's a great way to find a bunch of long tail keywords. For paid tools, I like SpyFu personally, but Ahrefs and Semrush are definitely more of like your all-in-one type SEO keyword type tools. Answer the Public, also asked, Answer Socrates, all good for essentially figuring out question type content, who, what, when, where, why, how type content related to different topics. KeySearch, Low Fruits, Surfer, so just different types of keyword research tools. Surfer, good for content optimization. Low Fruits, finding low competition keywords. Budget-friendly SEO research. So these are all of the different tools that I have tried at one point or another and tools that I am still currently using to basically build my keyword lists, try to rank higher for search engine optimization, and build really good Google Ads keyword lists. But I would say from a pay-per-click perspective, SpyFu has gotten a lot more data in there. From an SEO, paid, all-in-one perspective, Google Keyword Planner. If you're looking for rank tracking and really intensive, then you might want to look more at the Semrush and Ahrefs, but these other tools do it. SpyFu, Answer the Public is a good question and answer type for keywords, and also gives you a ton of additional keywords as well. So it's only $11 a month. So it's really depends on what you need these specific tools for, but justifying some of the high costs can be difficult when when you can kind of get similar things from other tools. So these are 20 of the best keyword research tools for 2026, free and paid. If you have any questions about any of this, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.